Well, good morning, everyone. This is Dr. Colosimo, and it is the beautiful month of May. And with that brings all the really cool graduation traditions and exercises that are so much a part of Juan Diego and so much fun. This is the senior review. We started this last year, so this is the second year of the senior review. And what we try to do with the senior review is put together like these short videos that will be showed leading up to graduation and baccalaureate, like the 10 days around these special events. And so with me, I have three seniors, Ariela, Lily, and Jenna. And we're here just to kind of review their experience at Juan Diego and maybe just the campus in general. So I'm going to just start by asking each of the three of you just like a basic question to just like reflect upon. It's the month of May, you're full, right now you're like in it with AP exams and yet you're trying to get to graduation. So Ariela, say a little bit about like what you're feeling right now.
I'm very excited to graduate. That is definitely one thing, but a little nervous about my APs. I've been studying a lot. I'm hoping that I can do well on them, especially for AP Physics. I'm a little nervous for that, but overall I'm feeling great. I'm just roaming the halls, ready to say my last goodbyes.
Yeah, so it's like a jumble of emotions in the sense that on the one hand you're really looking forward to graduation, but on the other hand you've got AP exams to deal with, and you just have that kind of this idea that okay, it's the end and it's all coming together at once, and so that's the jumble of it.
Basically,
yeah. Lily, what about you?
Yeah, I feel like senior year is a whole lot of nothing and then everything at once, and that has happened a lot throughout the year. And I'm definitely in an everything at once kind of time where I feel like classwork has been pretty light, but now it's studying is full on and I'm trying to manage the things I need to prepare for college and securing housing and paying enrollment deposits and all that kind of stuff, and then still not getting too far ahead of myself and staying on top of my work and studying for AP exams. So it's just a very busy time, but overall, I'm really excited to graduate.
Do you have a lot of AP exams?
I have 3 this year.
Yeah,
so
3. What about you?
I have 2 this year.
But you, like the cumulative is a lot. Like both of you have over 10, right?
Around, yeah.
Jenna, what about you? Like, how are you? Not about the AP, but what's your perspective now, being in the middle of May?
Mine is a little bit AP related. I think it's definitely given me kind of a preview into graduation just because I haven't been here all week besides testing. And so I have another test today, and then I'm preparing for another test tomorrow. And so I was literally just telling them right before this, it feels like I've been very disconnected from the school, which I think is kind of a bit of a preview into what the next couple weeks of like practice and just kind of being done is going to feel like.
Yeah.
Just because it seems like it's all kind of finishing up so quick. Like once all my APs are done this week, it's really just rounding out the end of the school year next week, which is kind of crazy.
So you're done with APs by this Friday?
Yes.
Yeah. And then you guys have, you don't go into next week, do you?
I do.
You do, but
yes.
Lily, you don't.
I'm done by Friday, yeah.
Okay. So what the three of you have in common is that you are all candidates for valedictorian.
Yes.
You have this incredible GPA, you have this incredible like academic resume, and obviously the academics were a big part of your experience here. And why don't you, Jenna, let's start with you, but why don't you just say like what you look at the totality of the experience. Obviously academics were important, but how would you characterize the total experience of being at Juan Diego?
Yeah, I think definitely the academics is probably the focal point of all of it, but I think, like you said, like I'm a candidate amongst these 2 lovely ladies, and I think it definitely started kind of together with all of us because we started this kind of like pushing ourselves so hard academically by all being in seminar together, which I think was very special and kind of created that bond that I think is also very special to Juan Diego, and that you take a lot of the same classes with the same people. And so I think through that, we kind of got a lot closer by, like, Ariela and I were in a lot of the same math classes.
Mhm.
Lily and I took research together. And so I think our bond as a trio has become a lot more special because of our academics here, which I think makes it ever so sweet to be a candidate with all of them.
Yeah, that kind of happens, doesn't it? It's like you're a freshman, sophomore, and there's 1 or 2 AP classes. But then as you move into the being upperclassmen, like, it almost becomes a school within a school. There's Juan Diego, and then there's the AP world that you live in. And the same students taking the same classes with the same teachers and the same homework. And, you know, there's this community that kind of, it's like the AP community. It's an unsaid thing, but it's a very real thing, isn't it? Lily, what's your perspective about that?
I definitely do think it becomes a little community. And I feel like it even stretches beyond Juan Diego, where we were taking the St. John's Academy classes in middle school. And so we started taking high school classes when we were in middle school, and those select kids kind of stayed together throughout all of high school, and we've all been taking similar APs. And it definitely is a little community where I feel very close to everybody, especially within the capstone program. That's such a shared experience. And it's really allowed me to grow closer with these two, certainly, because we all have had similar stresses over APs and similar pressures, but then I've also found joy in a lot of them and have enjoyed the learning that comes along with that. And that was something that we all shared really closely. So it just really allowed me to strengthen my friendship with these guys. So that's something I've really taken away through the AP program here.
And what would you say, Ariela?
Yeah, we've spent our entire high school together within the classes, and then also outside of the school, we would we'll have coffee dates together where we all meet up on a Sunday and just work on homework, study for tests, all of the kind of academic sense around.
Were all 3 of you St. John's students?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you lifers?
No.
When did you come? Jenna, when did you come?
I came here in 5th grade.
5th,
4th.
I was 6th.
6th grade. So all are in and around middle school.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you've been together 7, 6, 8 years,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
depending. Yeah. Okay, so Jenna, you kind of have a special skill that isn't really academic, and that is that you've become highly talented as a barista, right? So can you talk a little bit about what is, first of all, a barista? I don't even know what that is, but like, tell me about it.
Yeah, so I love coffee, and I'm sure pretty much if you go to Juan Diego, I'm sure everyone has seen me with a coffee every single day because it's what keeps me going. And so I have worked in 2 coffee shops now. I also worked as like a food prep and a dishwasher at one of my favorite coffee shops when I was a sophomore, and I worked there for like around 6 months. And then I kind of took a break just because of academics were a lot, and so I was like, I'm just gonna take a break. And then I started working at Beans and Brews, and so I worked there for almost 8 months, but actually my last day was last Sunday, which was
So
really
where
sad.
did you hone your skill really as a barista? Where did you get really good at it?
I would say probably I worked weekends mostly because that's where I could get most of my hours just because of school. And so whenever we would have a rush, I think I learned to like adapt really quickly to just multitasking and working as efficiently as possible, which I think is probably the same with school because we have so much work to do in a matter of a night or a weekend. And so I think it's been a really great experience, and I really liked it, especially because I got discounts on coffee.
Exactly.
But
Now,
Lily's
did you
also a
two
barista.
ever go to Beans and Brews, and were you ever able to kind of experience the Jenna coffee at the Jenna barista experience?
I was never able to visit her at work, but I also work at a coffee shop, and she has visited me at work countless times,
What's
which
your
is
coffee
amazing. It's called Scooters. It's in Riverton. And yeah, just I have shared the love of coffee with Jenna all the time, and it's just such a joy, as
So
Ariela
your Beans
said.
and Brews, your Scooters, your Starbucks?
Close. I'm a lifeguard.
Oh, a lifeguard.
Yeah, I
Yes.
break the cycle.
Yeah. So you never really had the coffee making experience as a
No.
lifeguard.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Not really.
yeah.
Only
So,
saving lives.
I do save lives.
yeah, but have you ever then had coffee made by Lily or Jenna?
I'm not the biggest Beans and Brews fan, so I don't go there quite often, but I have visited Lily.
At Scooters. I've
At
never heard of
Scooters.
Scooters. It's like must be like a local, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's pretty small.
This interview's gone like off the rails here a little bit. Like we
little.
started off talking about AP, and now we're talking about it's your fault.
I'm
Because
sorry.
She's
you're
just a
always
coffee
bragging
girl.
about being a barista.
I
you
know. I mean, I literally have a coffee sitting over there waiting for me after this.
This is very true.
Well, ladies, thank you. And obviously, we're just very proud of you and so, thrilled that you're like just that you're leaving. Like, we're just so glad that you're be leaving Juan Diego because
Wow.
we're so fed up with you. No, I don't. I probably should say that differently. Should we maybe do this again? I don't know. But thanks for the time. And this is the first edition of the second year of what we call the Juan Diego Senior Review. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.